This is a song you already know. It's One Dance by Drake, a huge hit from 2 years ago. But pay attention to this part of it. The guy singing is Wizkid. He's a Nigerian singer. And this moment, when Wizkid sings on this track, was a huge deal for a musical genre that is taking off all over the world.
Wizkid's collaboration with Drake, titled One Dance from 2016, is one of the top hits in any genre of this decade.
Before Afropop, a term coined in 2011 to distance themselves from their predecessor, there was Afrobeats, created by Kuti and Tony Allen in the 1960s.
That was the decade where you were working with Fela Kuti, a defining moment for your career.
Because I've done a lot of things like in the past, like, okay, all right, I have to make it Afrobeat beat music, like, because my music is still Afrobeat. I don't play funk, I'm still with Afrobeat, you know. It's just trying to extend the Afrobeat movement to other people, to other drummers, especially drummers. You know, I always focus on drummers, you know, because I want most of the drummers to play Afrobeat, like me, you know, because I try to play like my idols before. You know, my idols, I try to follow them up properly, and I got it. And when I got it, I knew quite right that, okay, I wouldn't be able to go and rub shoulders with them because I need to be myself. Then I diverted to be myself, train myself to what I'm doing. And the key of this music, really, Afrobeat music, it really is the drums.
It is more of the traditional stuff, like, of what Fela Kuti was doing.
Right.
Like, that was more in the Nigerian circuit. But Afrobeats, like, it's even hard to call it Afrobeats because it's just so many genres merged into one thing.
Right.
Afropop styles were inspired by the blues, jazz, Latin beat, salsa, soul, funk, reggae, disco, and other black dance styles shaped in South America, the Caribbean, and the US. The rise of Afropop is due in no small part to the risk its artists took to find the right blend that held true to both the musical references they were born into and the influences they were raised with.
Background. How important is it in what you do, in what you are doing now, in what you were doing when you was growing up?
But it's the foundation of my perspective. If you're in a place where you learn to walk, talk, and the music, of course, and the high life sounds that then have influenced Afro beats across the African diaspora, that's everything for me, you know? And so I think it's the foundation of everything that I do, how I see the world, and what I want to see in the world is make Africa great again. And that's to me what's more important for us. So everything from the foundation to where we're going is a part of the African identity.
This is similar to Afropop, largely influenced by Afrobeat styles, which has also reached global success. Even though the two genres are similar in some ways, both work towards very different goals. Quote, where Fela Kuti's music functioned to wake Nigerians up, making them aware of the injustices around them, the younger generation is shaking up the outside world's perceptions of Africa, altering them to the continent's abundant beauty, joy, and most importantly, impeccable style, end quote. After Kuti and Allen, Africa remained hidden for a while, overshadowed by South African music. It wasn't until 2005 when MTV launched MTV Base Africa that the world started really paying attention to their music. With these and other technological advancements, African music regained popularity worldwide.
Afrobeats taps into one of the most loyal and widespread fan bases in the world, the Nigerian diaspora. Any place in the world where there are Nigerians, Afrobeats is big.
The Nigerian diaspora is, without a doubt, the most important part of promoting Afrobeats to the rest of the world.
Afrobeats has only been able to spread around the world because of YouTube and social media and streaming platforms like Spotify and iTunes. And that's done something really important.
The type of cultural exchange that used to require a trip to another country or imported tapes and CDs suddenly became possible via a quick upload on YouTube or a WhatsApp message, end quote. At the start of the change from Afrobeats to Afropop, Famous artists released music within the hip-hop and R&B genre. Some of these artists include Emma Baga, Nairo C, and Sarkodie. Their music was moderately successful, but was not quite reaching global popularity. As their music progressed and developed, they switched to R&B with more emphasis on music instead of the words. One group that found considerable success was the group P Square. They first drew from American artist Escher, but later switched to, quote, Nigerian rhythms and melodies, end quote. It was their upbeat, catchy, provocative song Do Me that got continental attention. It wasn't until D'banj released Oliver Twist featuring Kanye West that Afropop completely went global. It showed Afropop artists that they too could find global success with the right song and beat. The world wanted to hear what they had. This attention continued to accumulate, and in 2014, Afropop found its golden era.
I have a confession. Don't take it personal. I have a confession. So you gotta listen. I have a confession. Don't take it personal. I say I have a confession.
In South Africa, Nelson Mandela marked a new era in which was a truly transformative force in the history of South Africa and the world in 1994. How the music began to develop was back in 2011 when a 21-year-old Nigerian artist released the debut album Superstar. In it, the young Wizkid tried everything, rapping and singing with and without auto-tune over all types of beats.
So what's happened recently in the Afrobeats world, and how is it changing musically the sound of America and Britain?
Like what we make now is the I would say is I would call it Afropop, you know, because it's like has the influence from Afrobeats music, and we draw inspiration from like pop records, you know, dancehall records, reggae and stuff. So it's like what we do, I would say, is like Afropop. I would say the UK has played like a big part in Afropop, like getting recognition like worldwide, you know, and I feel like that is still gonna keep going, and I feel like the US is catching up right now, and the rest of the world. Like, music is a universal language. You don't need to understand what someone is saying to feel the music or love the music. So like for me, I feel like it's just gonna really bring this industry mainstream, you know, and it's still gonna do a lot. It's gonna contribute, like probably take over the world, because that's like everyone has a little bit of Afropop like sound inspired, like Afro beats. Like look at Drake, like on his last album, you know, like look at Alicia Keys, what she's doing right now with the sound income on that record. Like everything is coming back home. So I feel like Africa is really gonna take over the world with the sound. Producers are now like, you know, they draw inspiration from everything global, like music.
Canadian rapper Drake made a series of musical recordings with the Afrobeat star Wizkid, which excelled the success of Afrobeats and Afropop.
Came into the game, no one replace me. Me love my energy, straight, we no chaser. All of my guys know me all about me paper. Me got me girls all around me, me no chaser. Yeah, star boy call me number one. When me tune drop, the girls they bounce along. Me no let nothing come between me and me paper. So when me come in, I the place me on that taker.
Afropop incorporates the mask idea because of the way this music includes well-known genres and builds a new sonic export in the form of hip-hop and R&B. This genre takes on characteristics of other types of music because Afropop wants to appeal to a wider audience. Knowing that hip-hop and R&B are both very popular genres, Afropop incorporates it in their music in hopes that they can get a bigger audience, with the main goal being to become popular. While also incorporating their own style to this music, this masquerades the view people have on Afropop.
Every time, why am I money? Hello, baby, have you sent?
Through the interactionalist approach, music is spread throughout groups of individuals and societies working with multiple collaborative circles to produce what music we hear today. Furthermore, music is hybridized, which is when there's a producer or creator takes a globalized idea and conforms the style to fit their own culture. The globalization and hybridization of Afropop is typically referred to as Africanization. This term is used when non-African people take influence from African music and create their own music. The trio, Plain to Sun Boys, sang songs that were seen as similar to R. Kelly and Destiny's Child, while also mixing in Nigerian culture and local pride. The biggest hit, Amema, is a hybrid of R&B mixed with the kick drum beat and their native language.
That's when our first album came out. You know, so initially the blend, his voice, everything just blended. It was like a group already, you know. So instead of featuring, let's just roll together, you know.
Nigerian music has produced numbers of new musicians and sounds. This type of music, which is upbeat and playful, is often referred to as Afrobeats. Afrobeats has spread to cities worldwide, globalizing African music.
Afropop has made its mark in the world of music and has become a popular music genre which many people enjoy. With a mix of traditional African-style beats and modern Western touches, Afropop appeals to a wide audience. The genre has adopted many varying elements and has become a very versatile and fun style of music.